There's a relatively simple way that we can all make an impact on climate change if we just think twice about the food that we throw away at home. The ripple effect on this is significant. We know just how significant it would be in Denver because the city's been going through our trash. Anusha Roy explains.
The first week on the job with the city of Denver,
we're getting right to the meat of the issue here, no pun intended.
Leslie Bazins was digging through restaurant trash.
Really illuminating to see what people throw away.
Pizza, Brussels sprouts, bread, veggies. A Natural Resource Defense Council study focused on homes found meat, entire meal packages, and a whole turkey.
A little over 40% of food is wasted by residents.
The next biggest group in Denver are restaurants. The city wants to cut down on food waste by more than half in 8 years, because when you throw edible food out, you're also throwing away the energy that went into growing it, harvesting, storing, and cooking it. The EPA looked at the impact across the country.
And they estimated it's the equivalent in the U.S. of 42 coal-fired power plants every year, which I think just really puts that number into perspective. They also have in that report that it's enough water and energy to supply more than 50 million homes.
Not to mention all the wasted money, and it goes full circle.
Driving climate change, it impacts on our production systems, our supply systems, it disrupts them, we have less food that we're producing, and we're also producing less nutritious food.
But the solution for this issue,
this one's really tangible, we have it in front of us right now, and it's something that everyone can do at home.
Whether that's being creative with leftovers, not cooking too much.
Just make sure you don't, overload your shopping basket.
2021, we rescued 660,000 pounds of food.
Or pairing up with nonprofits like Denver Food Rescue that works with grocery stores and restaurants.
Food that it's not expired food, but it's food that is closer to its use-by date.
It's still good to eat and helps around 2,000 people a week, some of it delivered on e-bikes. And all of that is equivalent to taking 30 cars off the road for a year and saving more than 13 million gallons of water.
So that EPA study is actually underestimating the impact of food waste because it doesn't take into account the methane that is released when the food ends up in a landfill. The city of Denver does offer composting, but here's the catch, right? There's a $10 monthly fee right now. Next year, it becomes free, but if you're in an apartment building or it's not an option where you live, you can hire a private company, but the city said that can cost around $30 a month. So, I mean, you see the barrier right there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is something that's been on people's minds for a lot of years. Why the renewed focus on it now?
It came from people. The city was putting together this vision for Denver food, and they heard from so many saying, hey, we want help on how to reduce our wasting. And so they started putting together plans, and they're working with the restaurants, they're working with individual families, and they're actually still taking feedback from people about how they can be most helpful.
For our family, it starts at the grocery store, checking those expiration dates. I feel like with supply chain issues, it's so easy to grab stuff just before the date, and then you might waste it. All right, Anusha, thank you.